Good morning from the IAAPA Expo. We're here today to cover all things that are new and exciting that are coming to the amusement and theme park world. So if you haven't heard of IAAPA, IAAPA stands for the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions, and this is their expo, and they do an expo every year, and it is so much fun. We get to try out new rides, we get to try out new food, we get to see new things coming to the theme parks in Orlando and the theme parks around the world. We get all kinds of different announcements. Like take, for instance, we're gonna go inside and we're gonna see the train from Pipeline at SeaWorld, which is their new roller coaster that they announced, but they have an actual train here for us to get an up-close look at. And if you remember back, that train actually has oscillating seats that you can move up and down on your own. So we'll get a close look at those seats here at IAAPA. It's a little bit hard to explain what IAAPA is all about, so let's go inside and I'll show you. First place we have to head to is the Ripley's Believe It or Not booth, because they had emailed me ahead of time and said, come and check us out. We're gonna have the world's tallest man here. So we're gonna go meet the world's tallest man. Very excited. I'm 6'2". I can't wait to see how tall this person is. We'll go and find out. So we are at the Orange County Convention Center, headed down into the IAAPA Expo. It's like we're heading into a jungle. Snakes and everything. Oh yeah, look. It's like a dark ride down here. Is that like sticking up? Oh yeah, it is. It's like a little standee right there. This is great. We are in the south concourse of the Orange County Convention Center, and you can see there is a lot going on. We're kind of over in the ride section right now. Look at this, there's a giant map on the floor. I actually need to look this up and find out where Ripley's is. I did see that B&M Coasters is right here, and that right there is, we'll get a little bit closer look at it, but that is the ride vehicle for Pipeline. Pipeline, the surf coaster, opening at SeaWorld Orlando. Look at this. Intense. And you can get a close view of it. You can see it is dampened, so it will be a little bit hard to bounce up and down. It'll have some dampening to it at least. This is, oh, and this is the restraint. It's got this comfort collar on it, but it does come down as well. It's like almost like the vest like on Mako, which makes sense for when you're standing up. And this is what the actual seat portion of it looks like, but your feet will be on the ground down here. And it's gonna be wide open too. Front row on this is gonna be intense. I can't wait to ride it. Like, I can't wait to see how it feels when you're riding it. It does look very tall right now because it's like up above me. I wish I could get up there and actually like feel what it feels like sitting in it. So now we are headed down to the Ripley's booth, and we'll be back to check out all this other stuff that's down here. But it's so fun too because there's so many different types of things. Like take for instance, here's just a company that makes wheels for roller coasters. And of course there are rides that you can ride here at IAAPA. Oh, and of course food that they're handing out samples of, and a pretzel guy mascot. We made it back to Ripley's Believe It or Not, and they also have the Guinness World Records booth here. Look at this animatronic right here. Let's see if it does it. There it goes. Looks like they have some people here attempting to break the world record for the world's longest coin spin. Ooh. Look at it go. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna have an attempt.
So I'm gonna do 3, 2, 1, and then you can go on my go, okay?
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1.
Oh, started. Sorry, I got excited. All right, go ahead.
3, 2, 1, go.
Did you do the largest bobblehead? It would have been a few years ago. I'm trying to think of who did that. Maybe. So it was a giant, it was for an insurance agency.
13.69.
13.69. I am the current leader for the longest spin. That's exciting. All right, there it is. I am on the IAAPA leaderboard, but if you look, they gave me a coin to commemorate this. The record is actually 25 seconds, whereas I got 13.69, which is still pretty good. but it's no 25 seconds. They did give me a coin to practice with, and I can come back later and try again. Of course, Ripley's Believe It or Not is the owner of Marilyn Monroe's dress, and this is actually the dress that Kim Kardashian wore. She wore it where? Where did she wear? Sorry, this is John.
So she wore it to the Met Gala this year.
Okay.
So yes, this is the original dress worn by Marilyn Monroe in 1962, singing Happy Birthday to JFK. Sort of amplified in the media recently because Kim wore it to the Met Gala. There was no damage done, no matter what you read online. We had to look at it before and afterwards. There was no damage done to the dress. We're happy to be the stewards of this iconic piece of history.
Right. So, this was worn by her for how long?
For about 5 minutes.
Okay,
So
then she switched into a replica.
we had a special space created at the bottom of the stairs. She switched into the dress, walked up the stairs, a red carpet, up the stairs, got to the top, another room, put on a replica dress so she could wear that to the cocktail party type event.
Okay, okay. That's interesting.
So
And so, like, how did you guys acquire this? Where was it before you got it?
this was actually in private hands and it was auctioned off. So
Okay.
it was quite the event, the auction that day. The hammer price on the dress was $4 million. There is a 20% auction fee and sales tax, so put it just north of $5 million. So it's quite a pricey dress. That said, today it's valued at $10 million.
Oh,
so it
because
sounds
of
like
Kim.
so far it was a pretty good investment.
Yeah. And so, when this was bought, it was the most expensive dress ever bought? Is it still the most expensive dress?
It is still the most expensive dress ever bought.
Wow, that's awesome. Very cool. Do you have any other artifacts we can have a look
Absolutely,
at?
sure. All right, so maybe my favorite in this case is that Olympic torch in the back, and that is 1956 Stockholm. And what's so amazing about that is that the 1956 Olympics were in Melbourne, Australia.
Oh,
Why is there a Stockholm torch?
that's a good
Australian
question.
authorities insisted on a 6-month quarantine for horses. The questioning participants refused to follow those guidelines. The Olympic Organizing Committee organized a separate small mini Olympics in Stockholm, Sweden, just for equestrian events. There's only 13 of those torches in existence. We're happy to be the holders of one of them.
That is awesome.
So, just your basic dinosaur eggs.
Yeah.
Those are about 75 million years old. Those are sauropod eggs.
You know, run of the mill type
I'm sorry,
stuff.
those are hadrosaur eggs. Yeah, so just your normal 75 million year old stuff. So, really nice human head there.
Ooh.
That is a medical teaching device. So you can see as it rotates around, those would be dissected, and that would help medical students understand how the human skull worked. Great story about that is we've had that piece in our collection for a number of years, and last year we had someone reach out to us and say, I think I have the other half of that head.
Oh, really?
Almost everybody just has a half because that's all that was used for medical teaching. It took us quite a while to verify, but he did indeed have the other half. We acquired it. We're now able to put those two back together in a new display coming up soon.
That's neat.
So,
But even though this says it was a mummified head, it's not like an Egyptian mummy, it's just a mummified head.
yeah. So
Okay.
mummification is really a process. It's probably tied a little too much to that Egyptian, tombs that we think of, but
Right.
maybe the most significant event in the history of track and field, and maybe even sports, is the first time someone broke the 4-minute barrier in the mile.
Wow.
It was done by Roger Bannister, who was a medical student. That is the stopwatch used to time that 4-minute mile. But wait, there's more.
Okay.
The owner of that stopwatch and the person who did the timing that day was Norris McWhirter. Norris, a few years later, became the founding and longtime editor of the Guinness World Records book.
Oh,
That is a copy of the very first Guinness World Records book.
wow. That is amazing.
That is Han Solo's blaster from Return of the Jedi. So that's from the third movie, what we now know as Part 6, but the third movie. It's got a little bit of damage on it now because it was dropped by the stuntmen more than once.
Okay.
So that's the actual piece. That is actually made from a German gun, a German Mauser. So it's quite heavy.
Okay.
It's been modified so it can't fire, and it's had some, shall we say, accoutrements put on it.
Right.
Silver sensor there, or whatever we call that part, certainly did not come on it originally. This is a 2003 Mini Cooper that has been customized What's great about Ripley's is we give artists who see the palette as something different than what traditional artists see an opportunity to be displayed. So these folks took a Mini Cooper and they've covered it in more than 1 million Swarovski crystals. And the theme here is all Americana. So it's flag, it's Statue of Liberty, it's Mount Rushmore. Just beautifully, beautifully done. These were all laid out by computer to get the colors right. And you can only imagine the amount of time it took to create this.
Do you know if they were laid each individually by hand, or?
These were actually laid onto mat.
Okay.
And then the mat was applied,
right.
and that helped compensate for the curves of the car and so forth.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, but as you can imagine, quite the process.
That's amazing.
So very, very rare. This is a genuine shrunken head. These come from the Shuar tribe of Ecuador, and they were originally taken as war trophies. So unfortunately, when travel started to expand in the early 1900s, started to become a little bit of a souvenir, and quickly the export from Ecuador was banned, which worked out really well. So it's probably less than 200 shrunken heads in North America.
And I know that there are knockoff shrunken heads too.
There are lots of fake shrunken heads. There are also what were known as tour shrunken heads. So they may have been just taken from a deceased body. Sometimes they even use things like goat heads and modified them to make it look like a genuine shrunken head. That sort of amped up some of that tourist trade. We deal in authentics.
Okay.
Sultan is from southern Turkey. He is 8 feet 3 inches tall, 2.51 meters. So, wonderful gentleman. He's a farmer. Got a little bit of a sense of humor, but certainly a very welcoming person. So
yeah. So I'm 6'2". He is 8 foot.
8'3".
8'3".
So tallest living man.
So a full 2 feet taller than me.
Yeah.
Wow. There goes the world's tallest man is making his way to the golf cart.
He is 8 foot 3 inches tall.
Came back up towards the front of the show to kind of look over here at Mauer Rides, and it looks like they have a roller coaster that has seats that can move while the coaster is in motion, or can be programmed to move. It's called the Spike Fun. So it is a I don't know if you would consider this a coaster. It is a powered ride vehicle. Interactive seats tilt up to 45 degrees. It's an interesting concept because it's a powered vehicle, but it is also interactive so that the seats can move back and forth as well. And they have a little bit of a layout of the track here. Looks real wild. I think the fact that it's powered makes it so that you can get these interesting elements in the coaster. Came back over to get another close look at this pipeline coaster train. So if you guys are not familiar with B&M, they make a lot of different coasters around. They make Manta, they make Kumba, they made the Hulk, they made, what else did they make? Montu. Lots of different coasters around town are B&Ms. Mako is a B&M. So I'm very excited for this. All of our favorite coasters are B&Ms. Oh yeah, you'll see some stuff that is very familiar. Shikra, what else do we have? Mako, and this one looks like a lot of fun. Oh, they can go upside down. We'll definitely have to give this one a try. Oh my goodness. And of course, every year, we have to get on this one. This little coaster that they always have on the floor. This one seems like it's a newer version. It's a little bit quieter than the ones that have been here in the years past. And then over here at another coaster manufacturer, Vekoma. And they are building Big Bear Mountain in Dollywood. And this is the ride vehicle. When this was announced, it was wild how long this coaster is. I'm gonna see if I can find somebody from Dollywood and ask them exactly how long it is. I might actually just look it up, because it is, like, looking at the concept art, it just goes on forever and ever and ever. And I think that this one will be probably a good transitional coaster too. So opening in spring of 2023, it is nearly 2 minutes long and 3,990 feet of track. Yeah, this will be good because it is the height requirement will be 39 inches, 20 passengers per train, 66 feet is the highest elevation, and the ride duration is 99 to 104 seconds with a maximum speed of 48 miles an hour. You can see it's got built-in speakers and everything. Man. Yeah, we'll have to head up there when this opens. This is something that Jackson could ride. Ooh, is it a launch coaster too? I think so. It's got the fins on the bottom, as if it was a launch coaster. Let's see. We'll watch the little video of it here real quick. Yep, no lift hill. It's a launching coaster. Here you go. Ready? Right through there. So this could be Jackson's first launch coaster. Just trying to give you guys an idea of some of the other stuff that's around. Like this company just does lights. And it looks like they're showcasing their UV lights right now to show off UV reactive paints. This company does portable rock climbing walls and bungee jump attractions, as well as this looks like a bike race up to the top of a tower. I had to stop over there by the roller coasters for a minute because I needed to come and find some food because I'm a little bit hungry. And one thing that's great about IAAPA is there are all kinds of vendors that are like showcasing their different food inventions. I don't know, like ways of preparing food or different food items that can be sold at theme parks or attractions. So we get samples. All right, just stopping off to grab a pretzel here really quick from Ben's Soft Pretzels. They handed me a nice warm pretzel and said, have a pretzel day. We got some mascots over here. And they also have robot mascots. It's just so interesting, like the amount of different things that they have here. It's just because it's such a huge industry and there's so many different types of theme parks and attractions. Like take for instance, go-kart tracks. For $8,000, you can get this electric go-kart. Sally Dark Rides has a booth in here and they're showing off their haunted hotel with this animatronic right here. Oh. She's kind of a little bit frightening, isn't she?
Why, you may ask, is Funtown's haunted hotel haunted? They made me leave my cottage and tore it down, but before I left, I cursed the ground. So darkness will thrive, and evil will come alive.
The other thing, is this Kern Studios? They're the ones that make the floats for Mardi Gras. And this one is for the State Fair of Texas. Look at this. Very frightening. They actually make the floats for Universal's Mardi Gras as well. But they make some of the floats for actual Mardi Gras. Another thing that is a big part of theme parks and attractions is the holiday season. So they have companies here that make holiday decorations. Like this Santa. This is a company called Winterland Incorporated, creating Christmas magic for you this holiday season. All kinds of different stuff. Giant trees and everything. Oh, and some of them even have prices on them. This snowman, for example, is $1,800. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Daniel's Woodland. He-Man versus Skeletor laser tag. These gigantic He-Man and Skeletor figures. I'm pretty much like kind of skipping around everywhere. Oh, and they have the actual figures down here that they base the large figures off of. So there's Skeletor, and then there's He-Man over there. So these are the toys that they base these large scale models off of. Over here at Kite Man Productions, we can see the last of it. The kites from Kite Tales and also the kites from Epcot Forever. These are the folks that made these kites. And these have since been retired and they will be dearly missed. Some of you guys that are familiar with Disney probably recognize this name, Garner Holt, because he did a lot of animatronics for Disney, and the company continues to do a lot of animatronics for Disney. Like take for instance, they have Jack there. You got the Alice in Wonderland animatronics. You got Sebastian. Lots and lots of different things. Stuff from Space Ranger Spin. The Yeti Harold. Another company over here called Animax. And they have an animatronic that is uncovered. Kind of looks like a dragon maybe. Or even a horse. So I talked with the folks at this booth, and this is a small dinosaur animatronic that will go with the Jurassic World Touring exhibit. But This company has also done other animatronics that you might be familiar with. Take, for instance, Hagrid from Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. So here in Florida, we don't have snow, we have what's called snope, and that's what's falling from the ceiling right now. And it looks really good. Like, this seems like a better version of the snope than I've seen before. It's kind of holding in the air a lot longer than other versions that I've seen. Sorry, I walked right past this and I've been looking for it for a while. So back here, also at Garner Holt, who produces a lot of Disney animatronics. I'm sure you guys know that recently there was some news about a Mandalorian walk-around character at Disneyland in Galaxy's Edge with a baby Yoda. There it is. Adorable. Got some people on a VR ride through right now for Mac rides. There's nothing showing me what they're seeing. Whoa, we're gonna go over a cliff, I think. There's a company over here called Mini Melts, and they're giving out free samples of some new flavors and some legacy flavors. I got the Brownie Blast, which is a new flavor they're trying out right now. There's almost like a photo opportunity where you could be inside of a snow globe. I don't think you can actually go in there, but they're selling this snow globe. Also, if you're ever wondering what company makes those bubble wands that create so many bubbles around the theme parks, it's this one, lightuptoys.com. Boy, do they got a lot of them too. There's even a booth here for Brunswick Bowling, and you can do a little like, what do they call these, like drop pin bowling? Yeah. Back at the Intamin booth. So Intamin has made such classics as Cheetah Hunt, and we're looking at Arctic Rescue, which is a new ride coming to SeaWorld San Diego. It is a family-launched straddle coaster, which looks interesting. So you sit here, lap bar comes down, and then you can hold on to the handlebars here, and it looks like you're on, I thought it was a jet ski, but it's a snowmobile. Looks like you're on a snowmobile. And they have one of the ride vehicles here. It just gets me excited for new rides. Oh, also an Intamin, Velocicoaster. Oh, well, this is a neat idea. A company called Skyline Attractions has LED panels mounted to their coaster track. Wow. And they have a video playing of the coaster here. But just imagine this, like how cool would this look at night, all lit up? Look at this. I'm telling you, Universal should buy something like this for Mario Kart. Another train has been revealed. This is for Wildcat. This is an RMC that is coming to Hershey Park. And an RMC, a description or an example of an RMC would be Outlaw Run or
And then we're back tomorrow.
Iron Gwazi.
I don't know what we're looking at. Like, there's a couple other media events right now.
And I can tell you, RMC knows how to build them. And they know how to build them that they hit hard. Oh, it's gonna be a launching coaster. Here's the thing that you can tell that it's gonna be a launching coaster right there. Well, that could be the braking system. So this looks like it has a chain lift here. 62 miles an hour, 4 inversions, 140 feet tall, 82-degree drop. So this could be the braking system down here. Man, it's very exciting. Look at this. I feel like sometimes the smaller ride manufacturers don't get as much love. This is a company called Chance Rides, and they're opening up a ride called Bone Shaker, Hot Wheels Bone Shaker, the ultimate ride in Glendale, Arizona in 2023. Fun little looking coaster right here. It looks like it's gonna be a fun coaster. Ooh, SNS Worldwide has this roller coaster that kind of hangs off the side of the track. It's fully articulated so it can go around either side of the track. The Axis Coaster. Okay, so it starts out hanging and then it can go upside down and you can spin in all directions. Look at that. This looks absolutely frightening. So it can be a hanging coaster, it can be a regular sit-down coaster. You spin on an axis like this. Wow. That looks wild, for sure. So over here at Zamperla, which you guys might know Zamperla for their flat rides, like this one right here. But this is a ride called Lightning, and it's coming to Playland at PNE. And basically, from what I've been told, Playland bought an old Intamin roller coaster and they're refurbishing it. So it will be an Intamin track, but they're putting this train on it. And the idea is that this train is really easy to maintain because it's all aluminum with no welds. And everything is replaceable. Even the pads on the seats. Wow. That's interesting. They're turning it into a launched coaster. It's going to be Canada's fastest launch coaster. Another thing that Zamperla announced was this little wild mouse right here. And it's coming to Cedar Point. One thing that's nice about everything that's been going on is like you get pretty much unbridled access to some of these things. So the thing that was interesting about this car is that it is an ADA car. So this whole panel can open up on the side and somebody in a wheelchair could transfer into this roller coaster. There you go. Everybody's starting to gather around Premier Rides because they are going to have an announcement soon. So we might stick around and see what they announce. And if you are not familiar with Premier Rides, they're the ones that made rides like Tigress at Busch Gardens. Oh, they also did Icebreaker at SeaWorld as well. So not a lot was announced. We did find out that they are building a retro Wildcat with the son of Anton Schwarzkopf, and they're basically remaking his famous Wildcat design, making it twice as high and adding an extra helix to it. So we didn't hear anything about where it's going or any more information about it, but pretty interesting because Wieland is his son and he is here right now. And the other thing that we found out is that they are going to be releasing it in 2024, which is would have been Anton Schwarzkopf's 100-year birthday. He would have been 100 years old. So now, let's go ride some stuff, I think. Maybe we'll get on the Zamperla flat ride. Maybe we can get some more food. A couple of other rides around here that we can ride. And then, of course, we didn't see near everything that there is. So we will definitely be back for a second day here. There's a guy that is doing cotton candy art. Let's see. Whoa. Big old fluffy cotton candies. There's a company here called The Condiment Cow, where you have to squeeze the udders of the cow to release the condiment. Let's see if I can show you guys what I mean. If I put this, oh yeah, let's see it. Look at that. How much fun is that? Just coming back to this area over here where they have a lot of big decorations. You've heard of the 12-foot tall skeleton? Boy, do I got you covered about this. It's probably like a 16-foot tall Frankenstein's monster from a company called American Christmas. Oh, drats. I'm third in line now. I've dropped down. Look at this fun little flat spinner. Ooh, it goes kind of quick. Wow. I was gonna ride this one, but it looks like they're working on it right now. Uh-oh, somebody's got a hammer out. That can't be good. Let's see if we can find the entrance to this ride right here. Here they go. Let's see. Can you control it? Well, I think you do. I think you control it. Oh my goodness. No, I guess not. They're all just holding on for dear life. All right, cool. All right, so we found out that we have a joystick here. If you pull it back, you go up. Push it forward, you go down. If you push it side to side, that's how you roll. So that'll be fun. Oh, we're going. Just trying to figure out which one to use to hold this. Hold it like this, that'd be better. Okay. Going up. You okay with us going up? All right. Here we go. All right, we're all the way at the top. You ready to spin? All right, here we go. Okay. Oh, it's happening. Oh, whoa. Oh, there goes my badge. Let me see if I can hold on to my badge. Okay. You don't actually have to hold it. It just does it on its own. Oh my goodness. What happens if I do the other way? Does it spin the other way now? Oh, that's how it stops spinning. And this way just spins it. Oh, whoa! Let's see. Whoa! Whoa! Oh. Okay. This thing is intense. I wonder how it'll be if I go down and try to spin it. Let's see. And now we'll spin it. Oh, whoa! Whoa. All right, let's try again here. Hey, how's it going? Oh, we went back up. Is everybody up now? That was pretty fun, I have to admit. It's a good time. All right, we're gonna do a drop tower now. It's like kind of right next to. That's the ride that we were just on. And now I think we're gonna spin around and drop maybe. We'll see how it goes. I have the big camera on this one. I have just my phone on the other one. So hopefully this one's not too wild. Already honking at me. Oh my. Oh, we're going, oh, it's just like a little bouncy. It's like a frog jump. Let's see. Oh, it gets a little bit of a drop to it. Whoa, wee. But you can see the internal workings of it there. That's the ride that we just rode. Oh, let's see if we can get back up and see a view of the floor here rather than this way. Are we done? Let's go back up. Here we go. There's a good overview of IAAPA right here. Whoa! It's a pretty calm ride, but still, oh, we're going the other way now? We're spinning the other way now. That's, whoa! We're going a little bit faster up and down, I think. I think we're getting a little bit more intense. Starting to feel it a little bit more in my belly. Whoa! Oh, look, there's the B&M right there. Wow, what a good time. Oh, going back up. Going up. Whee! Oh, this is so fun because it's like half of a drop tower, you know? Like you don't get the full drop of a drop tower, but you do get a lot of it. You get like a nice little, you feel it in your tum-tums. I would suggest you ride this. I gotta figure out what it's called. I didn't even look to see what it's called. I was just told that they were loading it. So I quick came over and got on it. It's a good time. This was from a company called Rides for Fun. It says supplying amusements new and used. This is an SBF drop and twist, and Funland of Fredericksburg has bought this. It was a good time. I need to go figure out what the name of this one was. So this one was from a ride manufacturer named Vista. Still don't know the name of it yet, but I don't know, it was fun, it was a good time. This coaster this year is called Barrels of Fun. I think I'll save this one for the next time that we're here to ride this. I think at the end of the week. Zamperla is about to reveal another ride vehicle over here, the Super Vlooms, which is coming to Adventureland Resort. They're gonna unveil the boat. Getting in line for Nebulas. This is a Zamperla flat ride. I think we've ridden this before. Let's see what it does. Oh, it's starting to spin. I think it stays upright though. Oh, this thing gets going, doesn't it? Wow. Well, we're going. It's happening. Let's see what happens here. So far, nice and calm ride. But we're going over backwards first. Ooh, okay. Whoa. All right. Whoa. Oh man, this is exciting. Whoa. This part right here, we're heading at the other cars. It's kind of scary. Whoa. All right. Oh, it really launches you this way, doesn't it? Whoa. Oh man, this is awesome. Whoa. A pretty good view of everything going on. Whoa. Whoa. better than backwards.
Yeah, this is better.
Watch my little strappy flopping around here. Woohoo! I think that's it. We did it. That was fun. So while we were on the ride, Zamperla announced 2 different rides. They've got the Flying Viking, which is a coaster, and Draken Falls, which is a flume boat ride. Look at that. And they announced it with like these Viking guys. So the whole Viking thing was going to be an entire like themed area with the Viking theme where you can have like mead and beers and Viking type foods, and then you have these 2 rides. Oh, and that's going to be up in Adventureland. So, should be pretty fun. It's a super flume ride, super flumes ride. They also have people that make splash pads here. And you can see, this is a display unit right here with lots of different elements that they have available. This is just from a company called Water Toys. Oh man, it would be so much fun. All right, so there you have it. That was the end of our day 1 here from the IAAPA Expo. So much stuff we didn't see. We saw a lot in this video, but there is so much more. Today was sort of like getting the lay of the land, meeting people, talking to people, seeing some interesting stuff. There was a lot of announcements today, a lot of unveilings, and there still will be some more throughout the weekend or throughout the week. But today was the big one. We got to see a lot of roller coaster trains, and we got to see a lot of new and interesting things that are coming to the theme park industry. We got to ride some rides, we got to try some food, saw some animatronics, which were really neat, and then we saw some other things here and there. Like I said, still so much more. There's an entire outdoor section that we didn't even make it to today, so we'll definitely be back. But as for now, it was a fantastic day. With that being said, we are off. We'll see y'all tomorrow, and now it's time to pay the price.